everyone, today I am in Oudenaarde in Belgium and I'm going to try and cycle a number of the very famous climbs around here which feature in the spring Cobbled Classics such as the Tour of Flanders. They're extremely steep, a lot of them are cobbled. Yesterday I did 108 kilometers on the Paris-Roubaix course. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one. And overall I'm feeling pretty good, actually better than I thought it'd be. My legs aren't sore. I had recovery shakes straight after, and then I had an overnight sort of recovery drink as well from Mountain Fuel, and yeah, legs are feeling fine. Sorest part is actually my arms. Took a real battering yesterday, so my joints, my elbows and things like that are quite sore, and I'm not sure how comfortable it'll be sitting on a bike seat today. So the aim was to try and get around 100 kilometers in today. I'll see how I get on, it may be less depending on the pain and whether I can get up the climbs. It's currently -2, -3 outside, and there's quite a strong wind as well, so the weather app was saying the real sort of temperature feel is -9 at the moment, and then getting up to about -6, so that's the high of today. So it's going to be icy as well, so on cobbled climbs, which could potentially be icy, yeah, may make for an interesting day in the saddle, although given how my bum feels, I might be standing up a lot of the time. Staying in a really cool hotel in Oudenaarde, which has loads of photos from all sort of previous races all around the place, and there's a really interesting museum as well, all about the Tour of Flanders, with some of the classic bikes from people like Eddy Merckx, some of the old team cars and things like that, which is, if you're ever in this area, it's really worth checking out. For me, Oude Kwaremont, very famous climb in this area. Yesterday I didn't go on the small chain ring once. Today, first climb, dropping into it. Isn't too bad, and then came into the wooded section and it got a lot steeper.
distance and in terms of the climbs that I'm doing. There's a race on here tomorrow, and some of the hills that I've gone up, like the last one, the Molenberg I think it's called. So they had the rope out and things for the fans. I imagine that I probably took 3 to 4 times as long as the guys will tomorrow.
Well, that's a ride done. Now back at the hotel, did 107 kilometers with over 1,500 meters of climbing in total, and that was up 16 of the famous climbs, which you will have seen in the video. Quite a good day out. Weather was really dry, but yeah, strong winds was making it quite difficult at some points. You know, having to pedal down some of the hills to keep going. Pretty cool as well. There was a couple of the pro teams out recceing some of the route, I guess, ahead of the race which they're doing tomorrow. I am ashamed to say, try and keep up with one of them towards the top of a climb. Just about killed me, but good fun. I was 100k into the cycle at that point when they came past, so that's my excuse for not being able to stick with them once we went over the top of the climb. So that's 2 days back to back of cycling, 100k each day. Really happy with that, and really happy with how my legs feel actually. Recovery seemed to work really well. I did a 44 kilometer run 4 days before cycling Roubaix yesterday, and then obviously off the back of that cycling another 100k loop today, only 5 days after running 44 kilometers. And the day before the 44k run I'd done an 80k odd cycle as well with 1200 meters of climbing. So seems to be working pretty well. Training's going well, recovery seems to be working. Really like the mountain fuel stuff, so it's the first time I've been trying that and seems to be working well. Recovery's going great. I think now after all that cycling and being in Belgium,
I'm going to have to go and try one of the famous Belgian beers, and I did see one called Kwaremont, which I thought was quite appropriate as that was the first climb of today. And so yeah, I'm going to have one of those, and I think the glass for it looks pretty impressive. It's got a cyclist on it, and at the bottom it's got some cobblestones, though I'm not sure I ever want to see another cobblestone in my life because my body is broken, my wrists, my elbows, and I'm not even going to mention the lower half. So yeah, sitting on a bike seat is not front of mind. I'm going to be potentially running tomorrow, but definitely no cycling. If you've enjoyed this video, please do make sure you subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the support, and I will be documenting a few other big rides that I do as part of my training towards the Swedeman Xtreme Triathlon, which is in August. I don't think there are any cobbles on there, but there's definitely some climbing, and combined today and yesterday, just over 215 kilometers I think I did, so just about the same distance as the bike ride in the race, and about 2,000 odd meters of climbing as well. So again, similar to sort of the distance which I have to do on race day. Final point is I've put a link to today's ride from my Strava link down below in the description to the video, so feel free to check it out. If you're interested in doing something similar yourself and want to see the route or want the GPX, just drop me a private message on Facebook or on Twitter, Trail and Mountain Runner. Links again to those are down at the bottom in the description, and then I'm more than happy to email it over to you.